Do you have a penny in your pocket worth thousands of dollars? Yes, thousands. Imagine finding one little coin that could change your life forever. A 1968 Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny with a mint mark so rare. Collectors are paying outrageous amounts to own one. Could you be sitting on a small fortune and not even know it? But wait, before you go grabbing your piggy bank or tearing apart your couch cushions, let me ask you this. What if that penny you tossed aside last week could have bought you a luxury car today? Sounds crazy, right? Keep watching, because what I'm about to share could completely change the way you look at loose change forever. Let me take you back to 1968, a year of historical milestones. While the world was captivated by protests, moon landings, and cultural revolutions, something small yet significant was happening at the U.S. Mint. That year, a batch of Lincoln 1-cent pennies rolled off the presses. But these weren't just any pennies. A select few came with a mint mark mistake so rare that today, collectors are paying thousands, sometimes tens of thousands, to own them. The 1968 penny was minted in two key locations, San Francisco and Denver, and marked with tiny letters S or D. But due to an unexpected error, some of these coins left the mint either with a misplaced mint mark, a faint mark, or none at all. These variations have become the holy grail for collectors. And the big question is, how can you tell if you're holding one of these treasures? Stay with me, because I'm going to break it down step by step. But first, let's talk about what makes these coins so valuable in the first place, and why their worth is only climbing higher year after year. Now, here's where things get interesting. The value of these coins lies in their imperfections. These tiny errors, the kind most people wouldn't even notice, are what turn an ordinary penny into a jackpot. For example, if your 1968 penny features an S mint mark that's slightly misplaced or partially visible, you could be looking at a coin worth upwards of $5,000. Yes, $5,000 for something smaller than a nickel. And then there's the ultra-rare 1968 pennies with no mint mark. These are the creme de la creme. One of these coins recently sold at auction for over $10,000, and the demand is only growing. Now, I know what you're thinking. I never looked that closely at my pennies. Could I have thrown one of these away? Don't worry, you're not alone. Fun fact, most people don't realize their coins are valuable until it's too late. So, if you're feeling a little regret about those pennies you left at the gas station, I get it. But here's the good news. You can still start looking today. Coming up, I'm going to reveal the exact steps to spot one of these rare pennies, and I'll also share how you can sell them for top dollar. But first, let's talk about the one thing that could turn your penny treasure hunt into a total disaster. The biggest mistake people make is not protecting their rare coins properly. Condition is everything when it comes to coin collecting. Even the slightest scratch or fingerprint can lower the value of your coin by thousands. So, if you think you've found a rare 1968 Lincoln penny, here's what you need to do. Use gloves or handle the coin by the edges. Inspect the mint mark. Look for an S mint mark that's off-center or missing entirely. A magnifying glass or coin loop will help you spot the details. Get it graded. Send your coin to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. A certified grade can significantly boost its market value. Now, before you rush to sell, let me ask you, do you know where to find the buyers willing to pay top dollar for your treasure? Not knowing this is like finding a gold nugget and selling it for pennies. Don't make that mistake. Voiceover, building urgency every day. Rare coins are sold at auction for record-breaking prices. The market is hotter than ever, but these opportunities won't last forever. If you're serious about turning your coins into cash, now is the time to act. In just the last year, some coins have doubled in value due to rising demand. Will you be the one cashing in or watching from the sidelines? In just a moment, I'll share the secret places where collectors and dealers are hunting for coins like yours. But first, let's take a quick look at a surprising story of someone who found a rare 1968 penny in the unlikeliest place. So, where can you sell your rare coins? Online platforms like eBay, heritage auctions, or even specialized coin dealers are great places to start. But remember, getting your coin graded and verified is the golden ticket to ensuring you get the highest price possible. And if you think finding one of these rare pennies is impossible, think again. Just last year, a woman in Michigan found a 1968 penny with no mint mark in an old coffee can. That single penny sold for $8,500 at auction. So, ask yourself, are you ready to turn your spare change into serious change? Don't wait, because the rare coin market waits for no one. Start looking through your collection today. Who knows? That 1 cent could be the start of your millionaire story. If you found this video helpful, hit the like button and subscribe for more tips on uncovering hidden treasures in your pocket change. And don't forget to share this video with someone who might have an old jar of pennies sitting in their garage. You might just change their life. What if I told you that this small, seemingly insignificant penny could change your life forever? No, it's not some rare artifact or a hidden treasure chest. It's just a 1978 no-mint mark Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny. And believe it or not, it could be worth thousands of dollars. Yes, you heard that right, thousands. Quick cut to a high-energy montage of rare coins and dollar bills stacking up. You might be sitting on a gold mine without even realizing it. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to find, value, and sell these rare pennies for unimaginable profits. But first, is your penny one of the lucky ones? We've all heard of the iconic 1943 copper penny or the 1955 double die. But what if I told you there's another hidden gem from the 1970s that could slip through your fingers if you're not paying attention? Cut to close-up shots of different pennies from the 1970s. The 1978 no-mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny might seem ordinary to the untrained eye, but here's the kicker. Most of them weren't even supposed to exist. You see, pennies from this year are typically stamped with a mint mark, either a D for Denver or an S for San Francisco. But this particular year, some pennies slipped through the cracks. They were produced without any mint mark. And that, my friend, is where the real value lies. Quick cut to a shot of a mint mark being stamped on a penny, then wiping to an empty space where the mint mark should be. So why is this important? Because these pennies are incredibly rare, and rarity drives value. If you've got one of these, you could be holding something worth hundreds, or even thousands of dollars. Fast-paced music with an urgent tone. Quick-cut shots of people searching through jars, rolls of coins, and boxes labeled old pennies. Now, let me guess. You're probably wondering, how do I even find one of these? Well, the truth is, these coins can be hiding in the most unexpected places. An old jar of coins you've had in the back of your drawer for years, a box of old pennies your grandmother left behind, or even in the change you got from a grocery store last week. The question is, do you have one? The narrator chuckles lightly, a hint of humor to reset the attention. Let's be real. When was the last time you actually checked your loose change? I bet most of you are still throwing away those 1970s pennies without a second thought, right? Cut to a montage of people casually tossing pennies into a jar. But that one penny could be your ticket to a much wealthier lifestyle. But only if you know how to spot it. Transition. Close-up of a magnifying glass zooming in on a 1978 penny. So, how do you spot the 1978 no-mint mark penny? First, you need to examine the obverse side of the coin, the side with Lincoln's face. Carefully check if there's a mint mark beneath the date. If there isn't, that's the first clue you've got a potential gem on your hands. But it doesn't end there. The condition of the coin also plays a huge role in determining its value. Dramatic music with a slight rise in tempo, building excitement. So now that you've found it, what's next? Let's talk value. Cut to a detailed, high-definition shot of a 1978 no-mint mark penny beside a price tag showing thousands of dollars. In the right condition, a 1978 no-mint mark penny can be worth anywhere from hundreds to thousands of dollars, depending on factors like its grade and rarity. Mint state coins with absolutely nowhere can fetch prices above $10,000. Imagine finding one of these in your spare change. Cut to a shot of a person looking astonished, holding up a penny in disbelief. But there's a catch. The market for rare coins can fluctuate, and getting the best price means knowing exactly when and where to sell. This is where it gets tricky, and where many people lose out on the maximum value. Cut to a close-up of a computer screen with auction sites, and coin dealers searched on it. You have options. One of the best ways to sell these rare pennies is through reputable coin auction sites or coin dealers. They have the connections and the market insight to get you top dollar. But make no mistake, if you're not careful, some dealers may try to offer you less than what it's worth. That's why you need to be smart, you need to be prepared. The narrator pauses, then casually adds, just don't get too carried away with the excitement. Don't let that, "I'm going to be a millionaire" feeling cloud your judgment. Yes, it's possible. But first, you need to know how to play the game. Music softens. Calming tone sets in as the narrator prepares for a grand conclusion. So what are you waiting for? Grab that jar of coins, get your magnifying glass, and start searching. The 1978 no-mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny might just be the lucky coin that catapults you to a new level of financial freedom. But remember, time is of the essence. Rare finds like these don't stay hidden forever. Cut to a dramatic pause as the camera zooms in on the gleaming penny. There's a fortune waiting in your pocket. Will you find it before someone else does? Sudden burst of energy as the narrator ramps up for the final push. Subscribe, like, and comment below with your thoughts. If you found a rare penny, tell us about it. And share this video with anyone who might have a hidden treasure lying around. Don't miss out. Act now before the opportunity slips away. End screen with channel logo, subscribe button, and a link to more coin-related content. Do you have an old penny lying around, collecting dust in your drawer? What if I told you that a simple 1980 Lincoln penny, with no mint mark, could be worth thousands of dollars? Yes, thousands. And the craziest part? People just like you are finding these hidden treasures in jars, piggy banks, and even under their couch cushions. Seriously, when's the last time you even looked at your spare change? Don't tell me it's still in the cup holder of your car from 2018. But not all 1980 pennies are created equal. There's one specific detail that makes this coin so valuable. And in just a moment, I'll reveal what makes it worth a small fortune. Emotional setup: someone just like you sold a single 1980 no-mint mark Lincoln penny for a whopping $4,500 at auction. That's right. A coin most people would overlook as just a penny became the key to their next vacation, or even paying off a big chunk of debt. Excited? You should be. But here's the catch: this coin isn't just rare. It's also in high demand. And with collectors and investors snatching them up like hotcakes, the time to act is now. Because while you're waiting, your hidden fortune could be slipping away. Now, let me show you exactly what makes this penny different and how to find out if you're holding one. And don't worry, I'll also explain how to sell it for the highest possible price. The conflict and key information why it's valuable. The first thing you need to know is this. The 1980 penny without a mint mark was minted in Philadelphia. Most coins from that year were produced at other mints, like Denver or San Francisco, and they're stamped with a little D or S. But the Philadelphia Mint didn't include a mint mark at all, making this coin already unique. Think of it as the Beyoncé of pennies, no need for a last name. Just iconic. But here's what makes it even more valuable. Coins with flawless features, no scratches, dents, or discoloration, are classified as being in mint state. And collectors will pay top dollar, sometimes thousands, for a 1980 penny in near-perfect condition with no mint mark. Now, how do you know if you're holding the jackpot? Follow these steps. Check the date. It must say 1980. Look beneath the year. If there's no mint mark, you're in the game. Inspect the condition. The shinier and smoother the coin, the better. If it looks like it just rolled out of the mint, congratulations. You might be sitting on a gold mine. But there's one final detail that could make or break your payday. I'll reveal it in just a moment. Market demand and urgency. Here's the thing. The demand for rare coins like this is skyrocketing. Why? Because collectors and investors see them as more than just coins. They're historical artifacts, conversation pieces, and symbols of wealth. The market isn't going to stay this hot forever. Every day, more people are cashing in, and the supply of these rare pennies is drying up fast. That's why it's crucial to act quickly if you think you've got one of these coins in your collection. Don't let it gather dust while others are cashing in. Now, let me show you how to take the next steps. where to verify your penny's authenticity, and how to get the highest possible price for it. Ready? Let's do this. The first step to cashing in is getting your coin authenticated and graded. Services like PCGS or NGC specialize in examining coins and assigning them a grade based on their condition. A top grade, like MS65 or higher, could mean the difference between a $50 penny and a $5,000 one. Imagine this. A single penny sitting unnoticed in your drawer or jar, casually tossed aside for years, could be worth thousands of dollars today. Yes, you heard that right, thousands. And we're not talking about some legendary ancient coin or a rare foreign currency. No, it's a 2004 Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny coin. But here's the catch, it's missing a mint mark. And that small detail could mean a big payday for you. Stick with me for the next 10 minutes, and I'll walk you through exactly what makes this coin so valuable, how to spot it, and why collectors are practically racing to buy it for mind-blowing amounts of money. And at the very end, I'll reveal the crucial step you must take to cash in, so don't miss it. Quick question. When's the last time you even looked at a penny closely? I'm guessing for most of us, it's somewhere between never and what's a penny again? Well, after this video, trust me, you'll never see pennies the same way again. The stakes and discovery, let's start with the basics. What exactly is this 2004 no mint mark Lincoln penny? And why is it creating such a frenzy in the coin collecting world? Here's the scoop. In 2004, the US Mint produced millions of pennies. The vast majority were stamped with a mint mark, a tiny letter D for Denver or P for Philadelphia. But every now and then, a small number of coins slip through the cracks, produced without any mint mark at all. These no mint mark coins are anomalies, and anomalies are where the money is. Fast forward to today, and collectors are willing to shell out eye-popping amounts for these rare coins. I'm talking auction sales of $500, $1,000, even $5,000 for a single penny. That's not just exciting, it's downright life-changing. Now, you might be thinking, okay, but what makes MY Penny special? Hold that thought, because in just a moment, I'll show you exactly what to look for and why timing is everything in turning this tiny copper coin into a huge financial win. But before we get into the details, let me ask you something. How many rare opportunities have you let slip through your fingers simply because you didn't know what to look for? Think about it. Right now, there's a chance you're sitting on thousands of dollars without even realizing it. That's the fear, isn't it? Missing out. Well, not today. Because today, you're going to learn how to grab hold of this opportunity before it's too late. Okay, here's what you need to do. Step 1. Take out your penny collection, coin jar, or even that random stash of change in your car's cup holder. Look for the 2004 Lincoln penny, but pay attention to the details. Specifically, you're looking for coins with no mint mark at all. No D, no P, just a blank space below the date. And before you ask, yes, I mean literally no mint mark. I'm not telling you to squint and imagine it's not there. Okay? No optical illusions allowed. Step 2. Examine the coin's condition. Coins in mint or near mint condition fetch the highest prices. But even circulated pennies, ones that look a bit worn, can still rake in a fortune if the no mint mark anomaly is clear. But here's the kicker, the market for these coins is heating up fast. I'm talking auctions and collectors vying for the next big find. And if you're sitting on this hidden gem, the window of opportunity to cash in could close sooner than you think. Now, let's talk action. Selling your coin isn't as simple as walking into your local bank. To get top dollar, you need to connect with the right buyer. Coin collectors, auction houses, online marketplaces. And at the very end of this video, I'm going to share a resource that'll help you sell your rare coins safely and for the maximum value. But before I reveal that, let's take a moment to reflect. Think about the possibilities. A single penny, something most people overlook, could be your ticket to an entirely new financial chapter. This isn't just about finding a rare coin. It's about discovering an opportunity to change your life, one penny at a time. And just wait until I tell you about the other rare coins you might have lying around. But first, here's how to cash in on your 2004 no mint mark Lincoln penny. Closing call to action, here's the next step. Check out the link in the description for a free guide to identifying rare and valuable coins in your collection. It's packed with insider tips and resources to help you sell your treasures for top dollar. And don't forget, opportunities like this don't wait. The market is hot right now, but who knows how long it'll last. Take action, because the sooner you do, the closer you'll be to turning spare change into a fortune. And hey, if nothing else, at least now you'll have an excuse to go through that drawer full of loose change. Call it treasure hunting instead of cleaning, and suddenly it's a lot more fun. Remember, every great fortune starts somewhere. Maybe yours starts with a single penny. Thanks for watching, and here's to uncovering your hidden wealth. Great opportunities are often disguised as small things. Have you ever held a penny and wondered, could this be the one? The one coin hiding in plain sight that could be worth thousands of dollars, sitting quietly in your piggy bank or junk drawer. Sounds too good to be true, right? Well, it's not. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly why the 1970 Lincoln penny could change your life forever, turning what looks like pocket change into a small fortune. But here's the kicker. You only have a small window of opportunity to cash in on this. Yes, demand for rare coins like this is skyrocketing, but don't wait too long, or you might miss your chance. And before you think, this isn't for me, I don't collect coins, let me ask you this. Would you ignore $10,000 lying on the ground? Of course not. So stay with me until the end, because this little penny could very well fund your dream vacation, buy that luxury car, or even change your entire lifestyle. By the way, when's the last time you actually looked at a penny? Don't lie. I bet you've tossed more pennies into parking lots than you've looked at. But trust me, after today, you'll never look at spare change the same way again. Let's dive into what makes the 1970 Lincoln penny so valuable. First, you need to know that not all 1970 pennies are worth a fortune. Most are only worth face value. But here's the twist. There's a rare subset of these coins that collectors will pay thousands of dollars for. The mint mark. Look closely at the D mint mark under the date. If it appears slightly doubled, like a shadow or a misprint, you've hit the jackpot. This is called a double die error, and it's one of the rarest errors in coin production. The condition matters. A penny with little wear and tear, what experts call mint state, fetches the highest prices. The weight. If your 1970 penny feels a tad heavier than normal, it could be an experimental coin made from the wrong planchet. Coins like these have sold at auction for over $15,000. Emotional trigger, fear and urgency. Now, let's talk about the elephant in the room. Why the rush? Well, here's the hard truth. Demand for rare coins isn't infinite. Markets go up and down, and right now, collectors are hungry for 1970 pennies. Every day that passes is a missed opportunity. Do you really want to look back in a year and think, I had a $10,000 penny, but I waited too long to act? And don't think it's just collectors who value these coins. Wait until you hear how some people have turned coins like this into wealth-building investments. But more on that in just a second. Let me paint a picture for you. Imagine finding this rare 1970 penny, sending it to a professional grader, and watching them confirm its authenticity. You sell it at auction and walk away with a check for $8,000, $10,000, or even more. What would you do with that money? A dream vacation? Pay off debt? Invest in your future? Now, here's where you come in. Start small. Grab that jar of coins in your kitchen or nightstand. Sort through every single penny. Check for the date, the mint mark, and the doubling error. If you think you've found something special, don't guess. Get it graded by a professional like PCGS or NGC. It's a small investment for a potentially massive return. Seriously, if you don't check your pennies after this, you might as well be throwing money into the trash. Speaking of trash, has anyone else noticed that pennies always seem to show up at the bottom of your car cup holder covered in sticky soda? Just me? Alright then. Before I wrap up, here's a final thought. What if you already have this coin, but you've overlooked it? You wouldn't want to live with that regret, would you? That's why it's crucial to take action today, because the opportunity is fleeting and every second counts. Remember, it only takes one rare coin to rewrite your story. What will your story be? Will you find a life-changing penny, or will you let it slip through your fingers? If this video inspired you to start searching, hit that like button. Share this video with someone who might have coins lying around. And don't forget to subscribe for more tips on turning your old coins into big cash. Imagine holding a coin in your hand, a simple penny, but one that could change your life. Could be worth thousands. Yes, you heard that right, thousands of dollars. And you probably have one sitting in your pocket right now, waiting to be discovered. But don't blink. If you miss this, you might lose out on the wealth you never knew you could have. Stick with me to find out if your penny could be worth a small fortune. Cut to images of people casually throwing coins in their pockets, unaware of their potential value. You've seen them. They're everywhere, on the ground, in your wallet, maybe even in a drawer collecting dust. A penny. But what if I told you that one particular penny from 2011 could be worth more than your entire car? You see, in 2011, a rare minting error made its way into circulation. A small flaw that turned an ordinary penny into an extraordinary treasure. The 2011 D-Mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny. And I can bet it's sitting somewhere right under your nose, or worse, already buried in a jar of pennies you've been meaning to sort out. Now, the 2011 D penny isn't your typical run-of-the-mill coin. It's not the face value of 1 cent. No. It's worth far more. But here's the kicker. You need to know exactly how to spot it. Quick cut to a close-up of a regular penny, and then to a sharp zoom-in of the 2011 D-Mint Mark penny with some details circled on screen for emphasis. Look carefully, because even a slight difference in the mint mark can turn your penny into thousands of dollars. But here's the catch. If you don't act fast, the secret could slip through your fingers and someone else will take the wealth you deserve. And we're just getting started. SCT2, the conflict. What makes this penny so valuable? Cut to a serious, slightly darker tone. The background music changes to build suspense. Okay, let's get serious. The 2011 D-Mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny might look like any other coin to the untrained eye. But here's where the plot thickens. Only a few of these pennies were minted with an incredibly rare defect, making them a collector's dream. Let's break it down. In 2011, the Denver Mint made a mistake. Some of their pennies were struck with a subtle yet significant design flaw. This tiny error was caused by a die that wasn't aligned properly. It's the sort of mistake that's usually spotted and corrected immediately. But because it slipped through the cracks, there are only a limited number of these coins in circulation. Here's the kicker. The rarer the coin, the more valuable it becomes. In the coin world, a mistake equals money. Big money. And no, I'm not talking about the rusty penny you found in your dad's old toolbox. We're talking about a coin with a history. A penny that, if it had a diary, would tell stories of a massive mistake turned into a treasure hunt for collectors everywhere. And trust me, these collectors are hungry for that coin. Transition. What could you be leaving behind? But now comes the important question. Are you sitting on a gold mine? And if so, how can you make sure you don't let it slip away? Because if you're not careful, the moment you realize its worth, it might already be too late. The demand is high, and the prices are climbing. People are already buying and selling these pennies for thousands. And if you wait too long, you might be left with nothing. ACT3, the resolution. How to find your coin and sell it for a fortune. Cut to a brighter, more uplifting tone. Background music shifts to an exciting, motivating rhythm. Now, you might be wondering, how do I find this hidden treasure? It's simple, really, but you need to act fast. The 2011 D-Mint Mark Lincoln penny can be found in regular change. It doesn't have to be in perfect condition, but the closer it is to pristine, the better. The more rare the flaw, the more valuable the coin. Who doesn't want to turn a small, everyday object into a windfall of cash? Visuals of different methods of finding and identifying rare coins are shown on screen. Using a magnifying glass, researching online, and even checking online marketplaces. Here's a tip. You can check online auction sites, coin dealers, and grading services to see what these pennies are going for. Some have sold for as much as $10,000 or more. But I need to warn you, the market for rare coins is competitive, and if you're not on top of your game, someone else will snatch it up before you even get a chance to blink. Cliffhanger and call to action, but what's even more exciting? is that this penny is just the tip of the iceberg. There's a whole world of rare coins out there, and today, you've learned about one of the most sought-after treasures in the game. So, what's stopping you from turning your collection into a wealth-building machine? You could be just one penny away from a massive payday. But to really cash in, you need to know which coins to look for, and I'm about to share the other big secrets that could make you a coin-collecting millionaire. But that's for another video, and trust me, you won't want to miss it. So make sure to subscribe, hit that notification bell, and stay tuned. The best part of this treasure hunt is still ahead. Remember, time is of the essence. If you think you've got a rare penny, don't sit on it. Find out its true value and take action before someone else does. You could be holding a future fortune in your hands, just waiting for the right buyer. Stay sharp, keep collecting, and you'll soon see how these rare finds can change your life. Could one single coin, seemingly worth just 1 cent, actually be hiding a secret worth thousands of dollars? You might have one in your pocket right now. Yes, you heard that right. A rare 1968 Lincoln penny could be worth a small fortune. It sounds unbelievable, but the truth is, if you don't know what you're looking for, you might just miss out on life-changing money. So stick around, because you're about to discover why this one penny could change your life forever. Now, before you dismiss this as another get-rich-quick story, let me tell you something. The coin you're about to see might be sitting in your coin jar or in your grandmother's old collection, and it's worth more than you think. How much? Thousands. In some cases, even millions of dollars. I'm not exaggerating. This is not clickbait. It's reality. What makes the 1968 Lincoln penny so special? Now, what's the catch? Why is a 1968 penny so valuable? Let's break it down. Most of us are familiar with the Lincoln penny. It's been around since 1909, and it's a staple in American coin collections. But here's the twist. Not all 1968 pennies are created equal. In fact, the 1968 penny with no mint mark is one of the most sought-after coins in the numismatic world. Most pennies from 1968 were minted in Philadelphia, and if you look closely, you'll notice a mint mark beneath the date. But here's the thing. Some 1968 pennies were struck without a mint mark. And that, my friend, is what makes them extraordinary. Here's where it gets wild. Out of millions of pennies minted that year, only a small percentage were struck without the mint mark. It was a mistake, a flaw in the system. But that mistake, that rare anomaly, is exactly what could make you thousands of dollars today. Imagine for a second you had a coin worth thousands, tucked away in your collection. It's not fantasy, this could be your reality. But time is of the essence. Let's dive into exactly how to identify these coins and what you should look for before someone else beats you to it. What makes this penny worth thousands? So, what makes this 1968 penny worth thousands, even millions in some cases? First, you need to understand rarity and condition. As we've mentioned, not every 1968 penny lacks a mint mark. But if you happen to find one, the condition plays a huge role in its value. A penny in perfect, mint condition could fetch as much as $10,000 or more. Yes, $10,000. And, believe it or not, some pristine examples of this coin have sold for even higher prices at auctions. Now, I know what you're thinking. How can a penny be worth that much? It's all about supply and demand, my friend. Rare coins like this one have been bought and sold at auction houses for staggering amounts. The people who find them, they often turn their discoveries into life-changing wealth. Just imagine what you could do if you found this elusive penny. Early retirement, travel the world, the possibilities are endless. But not every 1968 penny is worth that much. Some are barely worth more than face value. So, how do you know if you've struck gold? Well, let me tell you, it's all in the details. And if you think you can just go to your local coin shop, think again. These rare pennies are becoming harder and harder to find. And if you don't act now, someone else might snatch it from under your nose. Now, I know what you're thinking. Isn't this just one of those rare coins that every collector seems to say is worth a fortune? Well, yes and no. Most rare coins are overhyped. But the 1968 no mint mark penny is the real deal. Just ask anyone who's been collecting for decades. Trust me, they're not laughing. Now, let's get to the most important question. How do you find this elusive coin? Where should you look? And how can you spot it without making mistakes? The clock is ticking because the demand for this penny is skyrocketing. So don't go anywhere. This could be the most valuable information you hear all year. On-screen text, where to look, what to check, and how to sell. Finding the 1968 no-mint mark penny isn't as difficult as it sounds, but it requires patience and attention to detail. Start by checking your change jar. Search through old coin rolls you might have stored away. And don't forget to examine your old pennies carefully, especially those from 1968. Look for the one thing that could make it stand out. No mint mark under the date. Now, if you find one, don't just assume it's worth thousands. Get it professionally graded. A certified grade from a reputable service can make or break the value. And once it's graded, you'll want to put it up for auction at the right place, where serious buyers are looking for rare treasures just like yours. Remember, these coins don't just sit on the shelves forever. As more collectors discover their value, the price only rises. If you don't act fast, someone else will beat you to the punch. The market for rare coins is booming, and right now is the perfect time to cash in on your discovery. But what happens if you find the coin, and you're not sure if it's the real deal? What's the best way to authenticate and sell it for maximum profit? Well, in the next segment, I'm going to reveal the top secrets to making sure your penny is worth every penny. Don't miss it, because this is the moment that could change your life forever. If you enjoyed this video and want more insider tips on how to turn your old coins into thousands of dollars, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell for notifications. Trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming next. Start looking through your pennies today. You could be holding onto a fortune,